What is heaven? I think a lot of us have different ideas about heaven. We like to imagine what it will be like, but at the same time, it's hard for us to pin down. We can think, oh, we'll have everything we ever want. We'll be in the clouds with the angels and the harps, and we can eat all the food we want, and we have our own planet and a big house. We can start to imagine what heaven will be like. But I think so often we think in our human worldly terms that we forget what's the most important part of heaven. It's the fact that we'll be with God. Blessed John Henry Newman speaks of how, if we don't want to be in church, why do we want to be in heaven? Because being in heaven is like being in church forever. We're just with God. And of course that may seem boring, but the beauty of it is when you're with God, you have all that you could ever need. Because part of our being created is that there's an emptiness in us. Throughout our lives, we're longing for something, and we're never satisfied. The more we eat, the more we drink, the more we do anything, it's never enough. Love comes the closest, the love we find in others. So we believe that heaven is ultimately where we experience that deepest fulfillment with the love of God. But the beauty of believing that God is love is it's something that is expansive. So what is God? He's the Father, Son, and Spirit. He created the world to draw it into Himself. So part of our heaven is we'll be drawn into the Trinity through Christ. But not only us, but all those we love. If they live out that love of Christ, they too will be drawn in. So heaven won't just be us and God alone, but we'll be united with all the people we love. That's why we read in the Scriptures, Christ speaks of heaven as the wedding feast of the Lamb, this great banquet of love, where we're all united, we're gathered around, and we will be enjoying. I think there is a physical element to heaven too, as much as we can say there won't be, chocolate chip pancakes. The idea that, there's a glorified heaven and a glorified earth. We're going to get our bodies back in the resurrection of the body at the end of time. So there will be a very bodily element. So there will be a physical enjoyment too. And so I think it sort of gives us joy to think, well, primarily we'll have God, but we'll also be united with all those we love. And there will be that sort of a sense of enjoyment. We'll never be hungry or thirsty or actually need any of these things. But it doesn't mean we can't enjoy them, that there won't be a joy that is like the joy on this earth, but so far transcends it.